Hello and welcome to the world of the spirit consciousness. This is the book study session The Etheric Double by Arthur Powell. We are now in the seventh module, which covers the application of mediumship and the associated phenomena ectoplasm. This is covered in chapter 20 and 24 respectively in the book. This particular video session will deal about mediumship in specific. This session is being conducted by myself, Ashish Agarwal, and I have been assisted by Ms. Riddhi Shah in my efforts. So this module is split into three distinct phases. First is mediumship itself, second is ectoplasm. So chapter 24, we have split into two separate parts. One is the work of W.J. Crawford, and the second is the work of Baron von Schring-Notzing. Coming to mediumship itself, this video is subdivided into introduction, the purpose of mediumship, impact on the medium, impact on others, and the processes and caveats. Introduction. So a medium is an unusual person with whom the separation of etheric body and the dense body is easy. The etheric double provides a physical basis for materializations when withdrawn. Mediumship, though it is not defined in the book, it is the process of becoming a channel to a non-physical entity to enable the latter expression, action, or other such phenomena. So mediums of a lower type become a hub for negative astral entities who may try to strengthen their own vitality at the cost of mediums and sitters. So practicing mediumship can undoubtedly be very dangerous and harmful. So unless in very few cases wherein strict precautions are taken. However, it is through mediumship that a huge number of people have been able to gain knowledge or establish a belief in the unseen world as well as a continuation of life after death. Although it is much more advisable to seek the knowledge of the unseen world in a safer and more secure way. The purpose of mediumship. So an astral entity looking to manifest itself or generate an event on the physical plane needs etheric matter. So a medium provides such required etheric matter which helps the astral being project its forces on physical matter. So a closely related phenomena occurs when a dead drunkard wishes to connect with the physical world in order to gain access to alcohol. So to do so, he constructs a layer of etheric matter around himself so that he can smell the alcohol he desperately longs for. Since he cannot smell alcohol the same way one can on the physical plane, he tries to influence individuals on the physical plane to get drunk. So this way the dead drunkard may be able to enter the individual's physical bodies to some extent and then dominate them to directly be able to experience other things and taste alcohol, which he strongly craves. So the impact on the medium. The situation of being a medium is dangerous overall, and luckily it is comparatively rare too. So medium causes disturbance and strain on the nerves. So when the etheric double is forced out, it separates into two pieces. This happens because the entire etheric body cannot be forced out without causing death. So basically, if you have the medium and it has the etheric body, so in the session, a small portion of the etheric body will remain, another portion will be forced out. And if the entire etheric body is forced out, that causes death. So due to the removal of the etheric body, which is a vehicle in which the prana circulates, the vitality suffers a heavy drain. So this is because the prana or the life force cannot actively circulate without the etheric matter. So hence lethargy is experienced in the physical body when the etheric double is removed, even partially, and this lethargy temporarily halts important activities. So this dangerous condition is often followed by extreme exhaustion. Hence, many mediums are usually on the verge of collapsing after a seance. So William Crookes in his book Researches has written that after witnessing the painful state of nervous and bodily prostration in which some of these experiments have left Mr. Home after seeing him lying in almost fainting condition on the floor, pale and speechless, I could scarcely doubt that the evolution of psychic force is accompanied by a corresponding drain on vital force. So this state bears a resemblance to the shock experienced after a surgical operation. This is also why many mediums turn to alcohol as a method to cope with the extreme craving for support due to the sudden loss of energy. So in a seance, the impact of a sudden shock or disturbance or trying to gain control over the spirit form is extremely dangerous and can even lead to death of the medium. So in many instances, the dense physical matter, mainly gases and liquids, also get released along with the etheric matter at the same time. Several such examples are witnessed wherein the physical body of the medium shrunk to a great extent, making the face look thin and terrible to look at. So after weighing the actual physical body during materialization, it was found that the weight drops drastically from normal, as much as 40 pounds, which is a little over 18 kilograms. The weight of the materialized form was found to be the weight that reduced from the physical body and a little more than that, probably due to the emission of some dense matter from the sitters' bodies. In a popular case, a materialized formation carried the physical body of the medium known as Mr. Eglinton. It is important to remember that the materialization formed is a mixture of the matter extracted from the medium as well as sitters. Hence, it is possible that some unpleasant qualities from any of the sitters may react upon the others. The medium being most vulnerable in such a condition, as he or she is the most drawn upon as well as sensitive. Elements like nicotine and alcohol poisoning are likely to cause such undesirable possibilities. So an experienced occultist who practices white magic would never meddle with anyone's etheric double to create a materialization. He would focus efforts and build a cover of etheric matter around the astral body using an optimum amount of ether to materialize it, and would keep the materialization steady by an effort of will for all as long as required. So the impact on others, on sitters, the expelled etheric double of the medium can be simply molded by thoughts of the sitters at a spiritual seance. So this process happens unconscious to the sitters but can also be done with conscious efforts. So this materialized spirit gains strength as the medium slips into deeper trance. At seances, it often happens that along with the removal of the medium's etheric matter, the etheric matter also gets drawn from the bodies of sitters. That's why sitters often feel lethargic or fatigued after attending seances. So the astral body can obviously not be affected using a physical weapon, but if an injury occurs to the materialized form, it reflects into the astral body. This phenomenon is termed as repercussion. In photography, the etheric matter can affect a photographic plate even though it is not visible to ordinary sight. This is because the photographic plate is sensitive to some wavelengths of light which do not affect the human eye. Hence the logic behind cases of spirit forms recorded on the negative of a normal photographic portrait. Processes and caveats. So in seance sessions, a clairvoyant usually sees the etheric double flowing from the left side of the medium, although sometimes it occurs from the entire surface of the body. So this removed etheric double looks like a materialized spirit. Materializations occur only close to the medium because the matter of which they are made up is constantly being pulled towards its original place in the medium's body. Hence, if the materialization is separated from the medium for a long time, it collapses because the matter returns to its original source. Such materializations can possibly occur only for a few moments, and that too in the presence of intense vibrations of bright light. So at times, etheric matter extracted from the medium is only for a specific purpose. For example, etheric matter only withdrawn to build an etheric hand, simply etheric fingers to hold a pencil, do tasks like writing, tapping on a surface, moving, or overturning objects, etc. Often, etheric and dense matter is extracted from the medium only to be used as a sufficient cover on the astral shape, so that the sitters can see it appearing as a thin film and not in solid form. So usual practice at seances is spirit drapery, which is often made from the clothing of either the medium or a sitter. The material of this clothing is somewhat coarse or extremely fine. Sometimes this drapery can be extracted from the seance room itself and can last for years, hours, or even a few minutes before it fades off. So caveats: in cases of individuals of low development, the entities may even attach themselves to such individuals, leading to awful results. So there have been instances wherein an incarnate or excarnate external entity dominated the body of a sleeping person and utilized it for its own purpose, ostensibly through sleepwalking. Such a situation is likely to arise with someone who is a medium.